Well, now we've been talking about musicians for the past probably half an hour here. Um, so maybe it'd be good to chat a little bit more about other people in the industry,
Yeah.
mainly thinking more about coming, well, going into education, possibly working on those kind of skills that you might need a bit of education for.
Yes.
Well, maybe need.
Yeah.
Well, like me and Graham come from kind of the same background, and then we sort of went two separate ways. We both started off, did music in secondary school, then went to a technical college or whatever, and both did our BTECs, level 3 BTECs in music technology. And from that, Graham went on to Queen's University in Belfast to study.
Sonic engineering or music technology.
Yes, okay. Which was actually more of like a physics sort of.
Yeah, a lot more
degree.
science,
Yeah.
physics based.
And then I went and did a higher national diploma in the same college that I was in. So that was two different ways. We both did stay in education, but then after my 2 years, I left. Graham continued for another year in that course and then went to do another year in a master's. So Graham continued his education streak. I didn't. He made a life of himself, and I'm a bum living on the street. So just stay in school, folks. Don't do drugs. No, really. We did both take two different paths and ended up more or less in the literally right here.
Oh, yeah.
And we haven't left this room in about 2 years, and probably never will. Help! I'm locked in. So going from an educational background, say for just getting any sort of a job in the music industry, what would you recommend it? Would you not recommend it?
So higher education is going to provide you with 2 to 3 things. The most important thing is you're going to meet like loads of people
Yeah.
in your class who are likely going to be in the industry in the future, which is invaluable because that's automatic contacts.
Yeah.
That's right there straight away. Otherwise, you'd have to go looking for those. Number 2, you're going to be taught how to learn on your own, which some people already have the ability to do. They developed it throughout school, but for people like me, I wasn't really sure of how to learn on my own because I was always sort of spoon-fed how to do it.
Well,
So-
it's normal. Northern Irish education is spoon feed. We need the grades.
Ah, here, I'll do that for you.
Yeah, they will almost do it for you.
Yeah.
Just to get the numbers.
So university taught me and taught a lot of people how to think critically and how to learn properly and develop their own methods of study, which is invaluable for later on whenever someone turns around and goes, can you operate a QU? And you're like, what's a QU? So you go onto the internet and you're like, holy dung! And then you have to learn how to use it in like a day.
That sounds like some sort of disease, man.
Yeah.
What is that?
So yeah, those are the things that I think are important. And I know that didn't answer your question, but it kind of does, in that I do think for some people it's important because of what you learn.
Yes. And the sort of situations it puts you in as well.
Could you learn how to do everything that you learn in university without going to university and just looking things up and going to the library and getting first-hand experience? I think you probably could. What do you reckon?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Like, I won't say that everything I know I taught myself, but in the course that I did, HND mainly, it was the course, but it was mainly the tutors of the course. If it was any other college, I don't know if it would be the same experience, but mainly the course that I was doing was very much thrown at opportunities or thrown in at the deep end of things, being like, yeah, you've got this to do. I don't know how to do that. Well, you're going to need to,
Yeah.
kind of thing. And that was great for learning. That was a great learning curve, just to be able to work on your feet and to be able to quickly learn new things. But maybe, as you say, it was The only thing it did lack was maybe the amount of contacts, because college and then leaving college and stuff, going out on your own, you're very limited to just the people you know at that time.
Yeah.
Yes, I did meet quite a lot of people in the college and made quite a lot of contacts that way, but it's probably not really compared that much to university, because there's far bigger groups, far bigger lectures,
Yeah.
organizations going on within the university and stuff like that. But yes, I do think that you don't really need education to learn quite a lot of stuff. Education can bring you so far,
Yeah.
in my opinion, can only bring you so far, and then the rest is up to yourself. And first-hand experience and actually getting out there and doing things, to me, is more important than having a piece of paper saying I have a degree in
Yeah.
music, something, and I know how to work this cue.
And just as you say that, a good university will supply you with the opportunities to get exactly those things that you just said. Like, a good university will throw first-hand experience opportunities at you left, right, and centre.
Yes.
They'll be going, this is happening there, go volunteer for that. This is happening there. These people need a sound engineer. These people need someone to do sound design for this film.
Yes.
The Performing Arts Society needs somebody to rig up their system in their room because they can't do it themselves. Like, a good university should be throwing all that stuff at you.
That's fair enough, but what makes a good university? How's someone going to know what a good university is before they pay $9,000 at a course and be stuck in debt for years?
Thanks. I hadn't thought about that for 2 hours now.
Well, that's a good point. How are you going to know that, apart from hearing from other people and stuff like that, how are you going to know that this course that you're going into, or this university that you're going to be part of, is going to be one of those universities that will help you?
You can't. Well, you can. You can look up what the course guidelines are, which they never follow. Rarely. And you can talk to people who've been there before, but really, knowing if it's going to work for you or not, you're not going to. And if that's not something that you're comfortable diving into head first, like just a big pit of where's my money gone, then maybe not.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a risk I didn't really want to take. Fortunately,
I was going to say, and yet it worked out absolutely grand.
Yeah, well, it can work out fine. I more or less had the opportunity, along with Graham, to go into university, and slightly insert curse word here, messed up a bit or some work, so then didn't get the grades to go in. So I could have literally have done exactly the same thing Graham would have done, and I probably would have absolutely hated it. But it's sometimes these things you just have to do. But we're probably going a little bit off topic, as we normally do.
Yeah.
Is going back to, is it something you need to do to get into the industry?
No.
No and yes. No. I'll defend education a little bit here.
Cool. You play devil's advocate here.
The further sort of up the work, you say you want to do live sound work, then say you're doing live sound work. Part of that could be rigging a stage. To rig a stage, you need qualifications.
Yeah.
You need to do certain courses, I believe, to actually be certified to do this, as well as health and safety courses and stuff like that. Then as well, it goes into rigging, and then putting up lights, putting smoke machines, stuff like that. You need stuff behind you.
Yeah.
And then there's things like lighting as well. A lot of lighting engineers came from electrician backgrounds and stuff like that, and there is quite a lot of that involved in it, which education can obviously help you get into, and it can add those sort of building blocks. Because I couldn't walk onto a site now and say, hey guys, I'm going to rig this entire truss here for this show that's going to hang 200 lights with smoke machines and pyro, etc., because I just don't have the qualifications to do that and don't have the paperwork to say I can. But going into, so I know that the courses maybe only last for like a few months, but you still need them to be able to do the job.
Yeah.
So sometimes it is good to have that kind of stuff behind you. I probably wish that I had a lot more of the technical stuff going on for me, where I knew a little bit more about the theory of it and the physics of stuff like that, which I don't know. Probably would have got that if I went to university, but I don't. But I can learn it.
You can learn it, yeah. You see, that's the thing. You can always continue to learn.
Yeah, you will always be learning.
It's just a piece of paper, which
Yeah.
does have its merit in some circles.
Oh yeah.
Like I said, the higher you go up, the more and more people are going to value that
Yes, you
piece
can
of
be
paper.
a bitch worker per se, where you literally just go on to a site and you're just, lifting things, pulling things off trucks and stuff like that, and then you can work your way up there. Spend a year doing that, but while you're doing that for a year, you're doing this course over the internet or whatever, and you get your rigging qualification or whatever, and then go on from there. Blah blah blah. You can do it that way, which a lot of people have done, or you can just put yourself into education, learn all that.
Yeah.
Quite a lot of places over in London and stuff actually have courses for like lighting engineers, learn how to rig and all this kind of stuff, and a lot more to it that's sciencey, mad, computer based that I don't know anything about. I was in volunteering with a theatre show, and trying to watch the guy do lights was mind melting because I didn't have a clue about any of it, talking about these computer numbers and stuff like that. It was like, but how do you turn the audio up? No, it was mental. But the different strokes for different folks. I think. Here's a thought, right? Think about this, Graham.
Right, yeah, I'm in. I'm all in.
Do you think a musician, say a session musician,
Right.
do you think a session musician or someone, any sort of musician or anyone in the music industry, let's just say, would be viewed differently by an employer if they'd went to university or anything like that? Say you are putting a band together and you need a shit hot bass player, guitar player,
Right.
and you advertised it, and someone went on, two people, both as fantastic as each other,
Yeah.
say, and you hadn't heard them yet, but they just sent you their credentials. One had been gigging for 10 years, had no background in education, but the other one had done 10 years studying music and had his grade 8 in guitar and his grade 8 theory and blah blah blah.